Welcome to the Key to All This. I'm Tim and this is Dylan, and today we'll be talking about the new Obi-Wan series.
Yeah, Disney Plus.
Very excited. We obviously have a lot of theories to discuss, casting news, so let's jump right in.
Yeah, let's. First thing I want to say is, so originally this was going to be a movie that they've been talking about for so long, but now it's just going to be a limited one-season show.
Isn't it kind of interesting how movies are like, oh, this is too complicated as a movie. Let's turn this into a TV series that's 4 to 5 times longer. Mm-hmm. I feel it's harder to tell a story now in a movie form when you could build things out at your own pace in a TV series.
Yeah, I'm expecting... I expect to only get 6 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like we'll probably get 3 hours total for this.
I mean, if it was a Darth Vader series, it would be only 2, no more, no less.
Get out.
Get out.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, so rule of 2s.
Yeah.
Thanks. So I'm excited for it because obviously Mandalorian is a great show. Bad Batch is going to be great. But Ewan McGregor is the best thing to happen to Star Wars since Return of the Jedi.
Hello there.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. And now he's getting like a whole chunk of story that has been missing. We got like, 6 years of Clone Wars between episode 2 and 3. Like, how did you put that much between that? And there's no gaps really filled besides Rogue One and Solo between 3 and 5. Or sorry, 3 and 4.
Except for Rebels.
Oh yeah, Rebels. And then we've got the huge gap from 6 until 7 as well. So hopefully a lot of these projects are gonna, span that gap. But I'm glad that we're getting something basically halfway between 3 and 4.
And this is my own personal theory that I've also seen online everywhere, is that Qui-Gon Jinn will be making an appearance as well. Because I have a quote from a recently released book, Skywalker, Family at War, and this is about Obi-Wan. It took 10 years about his time this is about Obi-Wan and his time on Tatooine. It took 10 years, but eventually Obi-Wan was able to commune with his dearest friend, resurrected within the cosmic force. And the TV series takes place, that's right, 10 years after episode 3.
That's right. So by now,
all these Skywalkers are half off.
Oh boy.
They're literally, hands are flying off.
Hands are flying off the shelves.
So I think it's pretty much a guarantee that we'll see Liam Neeson return in ghost form and bring up the fact that the Sith have taken his life away from him.
The Gray.
He's got a bunch of liquor bottles on his hands strapped to. So I think it's pretty much guaranteed we're going to see Liam Neeson return as Qui-Gon Jinn in ghost form. And teach the ways of the ghost to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So I expect that as well. I expect Qui-Gon to show up. But how do you think he's going to start that conversation? Like, he's going to show up.
I'm right behind you.
He's going to show up and be like, sorry about the Anakin thing.
Oh, I really goofed there. Didn't I?
There's no way that Obi-Wan is going to be so happy to see Qui-Gon without thinking like, you goofed, buddy.
You made a huge mistake. Yeah, I mean, pretty much Qui-Gon is the reason all of the Jedi are dead. He put all bets on Anakin becoming the chosen one, and he really became a homicidal, child murdering psychopath.
Really bad actor, too. Just kidding. But yeah, I expect I expect Obi-Wan to be like, oh, Qui-Gon, I missed you, and it to be just super sweet. But deep down, Obi-Wan's thinking like, you did this.
Also, it'd be fun to kind of maybe Obi-Wan. It'd be fun to see Qui-Gon learning about Anakin Skywalker. Maybe he doesn't really know.
He shows up,
So,
he's like,
what's new?
yeah. How did little Annie go?
Where's Anakin?
Yeah.
Oh, are you guys here together? Oh, what happened? The younglings? Wow. Security tapes?
Anakin lost his Hanakin?
Just to recap, how many Jedi have lost their hands? That many?
Yeah. How thriving is the Jedi Order?
Yeah.
What's Padme up to? Oh, is this your son?
Probably.
It will be interesting. That is such an awkward thing. Like, you just plop up one day as a ghost, and you're like, sorry.
It's time to read the news.
I like that we're like, is that the voice of Qui-Gon Jinn? It's time to read the news.
It's my best ghost Irish brogue.
What does he show up? He shows up and he's like, get out my swamp. Or is that Scottish?
That's Scottish.
Agree.
Agree. Hide it, too.
Agree.
So, yeah, Qui-Gon's counting his lucky charms that he's returned as a Force ghost, and probably will teach Obi-Wan that ability. I don't know how you necessarily teach that ability, and I also don't know how you show on screen someone preparing themselves for the Jedi afterlife. I think it's going to be very morbid.
Qui-Gon will just stand there and just be like, repeat after me. And then he just disappears. And then he shows back up like, yeah, how do you teach that?
I don't know.
Does he stick his ghost finger in the ear and like in the brain and like tickle it and is like,
yeah,
you can do it now.
Do it. Just do it.
Do it.
Just go be invisible.
Or is there like a manual?
Yeah, it's a very lengthy manual. There could be a book. We've seen so many books pop up.
The sacred text.
The sacred text. Maybe it's in there.
The sacred text. What's the sacred thing that Jesus does?
Oh, yeah. That.
Sacred text.
Yeah. I mean, half of the internet believes Obi-Wan Kenobi is Jesus. So.
My grandmother shared the...
No, really?
I bet you won't share this picture of your Lord and Savior, and it was Obi-Wan. And she shared it on Facebook. I have a screenshot of it.
I mean, if the elderly are claiming that he's Jesus, they know best. We need to trust them.
We all believe it.
They're about to become Force ghosts themselves. So they definitely know. Also, let's talk about the return of Anakin Skywalker.
Yes.
In the form of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
It's 10 years later, he's less angsty than before, and he's got a heavily armored tank for a body. And, he's hunting down with his Inquisitors the remaining Jedi. And I expect that there will be a showdown between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, round 2. But the only place it can't really happen on is Tatooine. It has to happen somewhere else.
Yeah, I expect, this is a good way to bring Samuel L. Jackson back as well, because this could be Obi-Wan and Yoda are going around trying to get the last of the Jedi together before Vader and the Inquisitors get to him. And then that's where it could set up a battle somewhere else. Definitely don't want it on Mustafar again. Definitely can't do it on Tatooine. I wonder if we get something, maybe something from like the newer movies. I could see that, or even on a ship.
It could be on a ship. It could be the Inquisitor fortress that we saw in the most recent video game, whose name is escaping me.
Battlefront?
No, the Jedi one, Cal Kestis.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
So it could be on the planet
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't remember.
So in Jedi Fallen Order, we see the Inquisitor's fortress, where they train and where they relax in between slaying Jedi. So I think it could be fun to see the battle happen there.
Do you think we'll see Cal Kestis?
I think so. I mean, it's right around the time frame, because that happened right after.
Just about after episode 3.
Yeah, and so that was filmed maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. It makes sense that it would be, if it's 10 years after episode 3, the Obi-Wan series, that that gap isn't that big. That's overcomable.
So basically we're expecting the new Obi-Wan to be kind of good, well, good versus evil, obviously, but seeing who can round up the Jedi first.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea for it.
Yeah, I think one of the cool parts that's never seen either in a movie or TV series is the hunting of the Jedi, the remaining Jedi. And I find that really cool because, you know, we've seen Vader in two forms, when he's old in his 40s, and then when he has just lost to Obi-Wan and has lost all his limbs and lives inside a mechanical suit. I think it'd be fun to see Vader in his prime, seeing how he really is this incredible Sith, despite his physical limitations.
Do you think that he's going to be as limited because he's like missing all of his limbs and he's robotic now? Do we think that that's why he's slowed down, or do we think that he's really slowed down because of like his age? So like the 20-year gap between 3 and 4. It's like obviously Vader just walks around, crushes people, and then slices them. But like, do you think we're gonna see maybe a toned down Anakin, or is it going to be like straight on Vader fighting, like very slow and to the point?
I think it'll be almost a learning process. Like, I honestly think there will be a lot of mirroring between like Obi-Wan dealing with the harsh reality of living on a desert planet, and then Vader, who used to be this spectacularly talented Jedi, dealing with his limitations and learning how to use those limitations to become even more powerful. Like, the pain that he has is constant. He then uses that pain to harness and unleash the power of the dark side. And in the comics, we see this in full force, all pun intended. He, like Kylo Ren, stops laser bolts in midair. We've never seen that in a movie. I think we're going to see a lot more force abilities from Vader that we didn't know he was capable of.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. I think we're going to get a lot of flashbacks as well, because what's the point of having Hayden Christensen in the Vader suit? Because you don't see him, he doesn't do the voice. So I think we'll get some kind of flashbacks of like, I don't know, something that they reference in 2 or 3 or 1 or whatever. But other than that, I don't really see us seeing much of Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a real shame if he had to shave his head and lose his ears just so that he could be filmed for 2 scenes.
Yeah, playing the harmonica.
Yeah. Yeah, the Vader harmonica. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, we'll see how much we see of Anakin Skywalker in the flesh, but I think that the upcoming conflict between Vader and Obi-Wan is going to be a lot more like Episode 3 and a lot less like their fight in Episode 4.
Yeah. I think Obi-Wan's probably going to be, very flippy and limber and stuff, going against Vader, who's going to be very stiff and more powerful. I don't think we're going to be seeing any like backflips or anything like that. I would love to see Vader doing flips.
I know.
That'd be incredible.
I'd love to see him trying and failing, and that video ending up on Fail Army.
Yeah. Vader just like trying to do a backflip, but his cape's getting caught. And
oh no.
Oh no. Who's that?
Oh. That's Darth Vader.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's not Vader.
Well, I guess it's more.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That was Palpatine.
Your flip has failed me for the last time, myself.
That sounds like Emperor. Because even Palpatine was backflipping and all that stuff.
But he did have his cape get stuck on him.
He did.
At one point when Yoda force pushed him.
Yep. So we're expecting Yoda. We're expecting Palpatine. Mace Windu. Cal Kestis, I'd love to see him. I doubt we're going to get that. Maybe even a young Ahsoka.
Ahsoka Tano.
I can see that.
We could also see Kanan from Rebels.
I'd like that. He would just be a Padawan at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about 5 years before we meet him.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
he'd be
like
a lot
10,
younger.
12 around then during Order 66.
Yeah, so he'd be 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this idea that it could be literally who gets the remaining Jedi. Because part of what I love about the Inquisitors is that they are themselves former Jedi who have been turned to the dark side. They're not necessarily Sith, but they are kind of the tools of the Sith. You know, they don't get pretty much any of the benefits of being in a, you know, Sith pairing. They just basically do the bidding of the Sith.
Yeah. $1.
$1.
Sold.
Yeah, they're looking to get their minimum wage increased as well. So fingers crossed, if you have both hands, that happens for them.
Fingers crossed if you have both hands.
Yeah.
You can't cross your fingers with one hand.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could.
One hand. Hand
Hand
solo. Because you don't have the other one.
Yeah, this is my solo hand. Please.
I'll leave this time. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for a lot of the projects coming up, but I think Obi-Wan's the one that I'm most excited for.
I'm interested to see who the supporting cast could turn out to be.
Yeah, having Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see that because he's probably going to play some joke character. Oh, we're also going to get Jar Jar back. I'm calling it
You
right now.
think Jar Jar Binks is going to return in this form?
I think so.
Do you think they're gonna? So he's on Naboo, right? Like,
No one knows.
wasn't he? Didn't he become like a juggler of sorts?
But that's around the time of after Return of the Jedi.
Oh, gotcha.
So at this point, he's probably with Palpatine. I could see that. I could see, you know, where did all the other senators go? The senators are still part of the Galactic Empire.
Yeah.
It's just they're on the wrong side.
Yeah, and they
it's like-
have literally no power.
Yeah.
you know.
So I think we'll see Binksy.
I mean, that would be crazy for Anakin Skywalker as Vader to like frequently run into Jar Jar Binks.
And we agreed for this show that since George Lucas said that Jar Jar's the key to all of this, anytime that we say Jar Jar, we have to do our best impression of George Lucas saying, Jar Jar's the key to all of this.
Because he's a funnier character than we've ever had in any of the movies before.
That's mine, so now it's yours.
My turn. Prepare to have your socks blown off. Jar Jar is the key to all of this.
Is that George Bush?
Strategery.
Weapons of mass destruction.
The Death Star is a weapon of mass destruction.
Could you imagine, let's say Binksy's on the dark side, and we see him, and Vader's always walking down the hall, and he's just going, Annie!
Annie, why are you grown?
Misa don't have a saber.
Well, where's Miss Padme?
Yeah, he's just like goofy, following Vader all around, all the time.
Stop it.
Enough.
Enough. Quiet, you.
He's just always choking him.
Oh. I guess he would definitely have a soft spot for Jar Jar, I feel like.
Who's the key to all of this?
Jar Jar is the key to all of this.
Good, that wasn't George.
That wasn't as Bushian.
Yeah. I see Binksy showing up.
And he's got to be riddled with guilt because he is very much responsible for the rise of Palpatine, giving him power.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power, it turns out. Not even just extended executive powers during the time of the crisis, but unlimited power. I mean, that's a pretty good power plan.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hold it any longer. I can't.
And I think he's going to feel horrible about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you feel horrible if you, like, were...
Ruin the world?
Ruin the galaxy? Not even just the world. Like, there are several worlds that are ruined and blown up.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be Qui-Gon or Binksy during any of this.
Yeah.
If I was Qui-Gon, I'd kill myself.
But then you could just bring yourself back.
Yep. And then teach Obi-Wan how.
Yeah. Here, we're going to show you how. Close your eyes. He's gone.
Close your eyes. He has a blanket. He holds it up. Okay, now close your eyes. And then he drops it and then runs.
And that becomes a viral video in the world of Star Wars. Mm-hmm. On Coruscant, people are watching that video.
So we're expecting Obi-Wan to take place, probably a lot of it on Tatooine. We're going to see, obviously, young Luke.
Yeah.
But, ooh, I bet they show up on Alderaan.
That would be, yeah.
That would make sense.
To check in on Leia, too. Mm-hmm. I also think this is a great opportunity to explore the Hutts. Mm-hmm. And I think that Obi-Wan defending Luke without Luke knowing about it from the Hutts could be a fun thing to have for a plot.
Yeah.
I think he does kind of fill the Yojimbo role, the like wayward samurai who plays both sides of this conflict against each other. He could very much fit that archetype.
Mm-hmm. And we are also definitely going to get Darth Maul. I can see Darth Maul coming back too.
That's right, Darth Maul is alive.
There's so many characters still alive. I think this is going to be 6 episodes of endless fan service of where are they now?
Yeah.
Because we got so many characters. I mean, we saw Bail Organa in Rogue One, but I would like to see him a little bit more. We're going to see young Luke, young Leia.
Also, yeah, like Bail Organa kind of knows that from episode 3 to Rogue One, knows that Obi-Wan is in hiding there, but there's no real reason we can't see that play out again. See them connect again and check in. Maybe Bail Organa is like, we need to start the rebellion now. Maybe like Obi-Wan's like, Luke is still peeing the bed. No. Luke is still a child. We need to have another Jedi in our pocket to even come close to defeating the Sith. So, I think it's I think there's going to be a lot of conflict between Obi-Wan and I think literally everybody out there, because he's about patience, and I feel like it's going to be dire times during the Empire.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a solid show.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Complete fan service. Story that we don't need, but I'll take it.
Yep.
Well, thanks for checking it out. Leave a comment below if you have any comments on what you think Obi-Wan series is going to be about, who you expect to see, who you expect to not see. If you think that we're right or wrong with Binksy showing up. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And check us out next week when we talk about the Book of Fett.
May the Force be with you.
And also with you.